this is Amy. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you a round brush design on this green glass bottle. I'm going to be using 4 Amagic round brushes, a 16, a 12, a 6, and a 4. All these links will be listed below. I do have some affiliate links you can purchase through. I'm going to be using a Black Gold by Dynasty, a number 10 fountain brush, and a fine liner by Westonia. All the paints I'm using today are FolkArt paints, mixture of multi-surface and enamels. I am using light lavender, red violet, and violet pansy. Get it away from there, get too close. And pale yellow, thicket, and burnt umber. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to take the number 16 and, well, actually, back that up here. I'm actually going to take the fountain brush first, and I'm just going to dip it into the burnt umber, and I can come over here and bounce a little bit of it off. If I get too much of it off, you know, that's fine. I can come back in and add some more paint. But I'm going to go ahead and set my, centers. And then just one off over here. Got a little cluster down here. Now you might need to add a few more, or a little bit more paint as you go. And then I'm going to have one down here all by its lonesome. I'm going to set that aside. Then I'm going to grab my number 16, and I'm going to start with the red violet. Did I say that right? Get these all confused. Yes, red violet. Alright, so I'm just dipping my brush in there, just getting it nice and coated. And I'm going to just pick a location to start at. I'm going to start right here. And all I'm doing is just pushing down and pulling towards the center and raising up. I don't care if it totally meets the center. There can be a space in between. That's fine. You can also add some white to this because, as you can tell, it's not going to be opaque by doing this. So again, that's up to you. And I come down here, throw more of that into this one at the bottom, and just pulling in. If you don't like how the shape of the leaf, then go back over it. And definitely with this design on glass, I would choose a second color to go with it because it is very, very light. Alright. And let's see here. I might go ahead and pick one of these. I'm going to pick the furthest one away to add this color to. And you could do just one row and then come back over it with the white like I do in some of my other designs. That's up to you. On this, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to keep them separated. The next one, I'm going to come to the violet pansy and fill this number 12 brush full of that paint. And then I'm going to come up here and do the same thing. Now, if you wanted to continue to use the same brush, you could. I'm just spacing these out, making them a little bit different in size as far as the petals go. And we'll come over here. We can go overlap, or you could just stop as if the flower you're painting, the petals are underneath. You know, the flower that's beside it. And also too, if you didn't want to put in another color, you could just go over it with another layer. Give it some time to dry and go over it with another layer. Alright, now I'm going to come in with my number 6 and fill that in with the light lavender. And then I'm going to continue to create. I'm going to overlap. which you can see with this one by having a little bit of the underneath color coming into it, it can actually make it a little bit more opaque looking, and that definitely does. I'm going to do this one out here like that. It's very simple. If you're new to my channel, please know that my designs are intended to be very simple so that beginner painters can feel some success. And if you have any comments or questions, feel free to put those down below the video. Now this is what I'm talking about as far as just maybe having a few of the petals show, but you can also go around it and fill it in. Again, that's up to you. Okay? And like I said, I know these are a little bit more difficult to see because it doesn't have a contrasting color with it, but if you wanted to add in another color, feel free to do so. Alright, I'm going to go back to my little fountain brush, and I'm going to come back in here, and I'm going to just do a little bit of layering with this brush to add in more for the center, kind of overlapping it a little bit. If you like just having the center open with just one ring, you could do that, or you can do like what I'm doing with the overlapping. And it's basically just, you can do 1 or 2 or 3 just to tap it in. Again, that's up to you, whatever look you're trying to achieve with it. Alright, and then I want to come in here, I'm going to wipe this off a little bit onto a towel. I'm going to come into the pale yellow, use the same brush, coming in. Now again, this is something, if you don't like it, then just leave it be. But I'm going to come back in here and just put a circle here to finish off this center, and leave it alone after that. The next thing I'm going to do is come back with my liner brush, stick it into my green and my yellow. I can actually stick it into the white a little bit. Again, that's up to you. I'm going to put in my stem. And I'm just going to put it through like that because I do like it wavy. And I'm going to pull this guy up like this. It's just kind of a drooping flower. Come over like that, and you can just pretend, you know, where they would hit the stem, or if they go through or underneath the side, it doesn't really matter. That's up to you, but I'm going over these again just to make sure that I have good coverage, because when you're doing gloss painting, the thicker your coats are of paint, the more durable they will be. That's why I say with these lighter purples, I would go through and actually do another coat, because I think that would make it look even nicer. Alright, enough of that. I'm going to pick up my number 4 flat brush. I'm going to dip it into the thicket and into the white, do a combination, and I might just keep adding as I go. Again, that's up to you how you want to do it. But you can just keep pushing down and pulling. Very simple. Very, very simple. Pushing down and pulling towards the stem. And you can just kind of rotate them some, or line them up to where they're directly across from each other, or just space them out. And you can come towards, I don't like that one too much, but come towards the flower itself and add in some leaves. You can make them long, you can make them short, doesn't matter. Rotating them. And let's see here, let's go like this. It doesn't matter. I mean, just use your imagination. You can overlap your leaves. You can have some coming out like this. And then you can even turn it a little bit to have a leaf going like that. I like a lot of leaves, and if you don't, then do what makes you happy, because I'm definitely a leaf person. I like a lot of the greenery. So go like that. And pull it in like that. If you want more green, you can do that too. I'm going to put a little bit of another color here so you can actually see the leaves. The leaves, I should say. Well, these just make nice little petal shapes, I think, this little brush. And again, you don't have to do as many leaves as I do. I have a tendency to probably overdo it at times, but that's me. That's how I roll. If you pull in a little bit of the purple, that's perfectly fine. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is go back to my little liner brush, and it's just on these little petals. Come through here and put that on there. Let me see where else I've got them. You can do that to all the petals, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to add the little veins or stem to these just to connect them. Just make sure I get them all. I'm just doing them very loosely. And we're almost finished. I do appreciate you sticking with me. Alright, I think we are done. I hope you like this video. If you do, make sure you give me a big thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, please make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell before leaving. And also, I'd like to ask that you take a moment to share this video on your social network with your family and friends. I would greatly appreciate that. It's really easy. Just hit the share button underneath the video, and it'll give you the options of where you can share it. And again, thanks so much for taking time to stop by and visit my channel. I hope that you will stop back again. And until the next time, please stay safe and healthy, and you have a good one.